Okay, good. Savannah, the uniqueness, you see how I'm struggling to carry it. It has they mature faster and they add on weight faster. They are heavy goats. This is less than 2 months. You get it? So imagine at 2 months, it's roughly like 12 kilos. I'm struggling to carry it up. So how much will it be weighing at 6 months? That is the magic. You have more meat in one goat. You don't have to look after many goats to get lots and lots of meat.
Today we are at Bwogi farm. I know most of you've seen Bwogi on YouTube. People have seen you on YouTube, and most women have been wondering, who is this lady? Why did she decide to do goat farming, and how is she finding the business? Byonna tugenda byogera kukola sente our YouTube channel. The new members on this channel, please subscribe, like, share these videos. Today mbaletedde omukyala. She's so instrumental when it comes to goat farming in this country.
Hello everyone, Grace Bwogi here from Rakai, Bwogi Farms.
So
Grace, yes, you're most welcome to our channel.
People out there see this kind of venture as something hard to invest in. How did you find it?
I won't say it was an easy thing to start. It had some ups and downs, but we still started. All it took was determination and the fact that I had to make it happen. I didn't want it to fail, because if I had already resigned from my jobs in Kampala, so resigning was not an option at all. I had to make it work at all costs. And that is what I made it to be here today.
So people seeing us, Bwogi was once an employee. So in this show, you're going to know the lady you're talking to, you're viewing today. She's going to tell us bits and bits of working at the same time. Did you retire?
I just resigned.
She resigned.
I'm still active.
She said she resigned before. What was it? Wakola bukoyi, wagamba abachala katukole. You, what inspired you to get into this kind of venture?
Nakowa bukoyi, I got tired. I really wanted something more intriguing, something that would challenge me, something where I would use my mind more, something where I would use my creativity. The kind of jobs I was doing the same thing year in, year out, and it was getting boring. So I wanted something that would challenge me, and goat farming was one such a thing that would challenge me, and I'm still here today, and I'm very happy.
So people seeing us don't know, what are those things that you used to do before you got into this business?
I was a lecturer in 3 universities. I used to teach social work.
What you?
Yeah. Nimala nenkera kumacha, and I gave it all up for farming, and I'm not regretting. It is something. It is the best decision I made in 2015. It's the best decision I've ever made, and it has so far paid off. Obviously, in the first beginning years, the early years, I was one leg in, one leg out. I was like, supposing it does not come out, what should I do? Where do I go from here? But like I've told you, I had to make it work at all costs.
So dear viewers, you're seeing a lecturer who was not happy. She said she was not happy until she ventured into something that is making her happy.
Yeah.
So, business y'embuzi ogitandika oti. How did you start?
Business y'embuzi, when I was starting, I always tell my story. We had the land. My father gave me the land to farm on, but I didn't have the money. Some of you watching me thinking a lecturer earns a lot of money. Yes, some earn a lot of money, but I for one, ngasirimba sente zali tezirabika. It was always crying for that money.
From 2 universities?
3 universities. The money would not come on time. Maybe I was just greedy, or maybe I was overly ambitious that the money was not enough. And I still think I made the best decision because I'm making more money as a farmer than when I was a lecturer of goats. How I started, surprisingly, when we got the land, I didn't have even the capital to start. I had to get a loan from a fellow farm of 5 million. And I came here to...
Lecturer, you don't have capital.
Yes, it happens.
Viewers, our lecturer didn't have capital. She had to go for a loan from a friend. Was he a lecturer also?
No, he was a fellow farmer. He's a fellow farmer. You know things of farming, eh? Brian! Embuzi yange eringide mugondi.
Okay, at what stage do you sell? Can someone buy? Can someone buy that
This
type?
one is still a baby. Actually, it's not yet grazing. It's not yet going out to graze. So it's still a baby. So we sell. This one will be able to be sold in the next 3 to 4 months. We sell it off when it's off milk until it started grazing on its own. But it's not feeding on milk.
Grace tells us the first capital was from a friend who was not a lecturer.
The friend.
So friends with friends who are farmers and friends who are lecturers. Who gave you money?
It was a fellow farmer.
Why didn't you go to banks? Because now you had security of your job. You had security of I don't know. Why didn't you run to banks for?
I didn't have the kind of security for that kind of money by that time. That is how fun it was.
A lecturer?
Yes, I didn't have. And the best person I would go to was a fellow farmer who really understood my dilemma. He saw the passion I had, the need to start, but I didn't have the capital. So he gave me that loan of 5 million and I started. It was because of him that is where that I'm here today. Yeah.
So today you started with how many goats?
I started with 30 goats.
You had land?
The land was for me. It's not yet mine. I'm still using family land. It's my daddy's land. But I'm still using it the way I want, at least sparing it for the future generation.
So talking about 30, how many are we looking at today?
Right now we are over 800 goats.
People, we are going to talk about multiplication. Lecturer talking about multiplication of goats. 30, how did they come to thousands now?
How they come to the 800 plus
800,
now?
Yes.
One, every time I got some money, remember I was still a lecturer. Every time I would get some money, I would invest it back here. Whether 500,000, whether 1 million, whether 300, I would buy more goats, I would buy more female goats. And then also, every time I castrated goats, castrate was mine in Dao. These goats, we sell them like Eid time for slaughter, or you're selling them for slaughter. The money I would get, I would reinvest it back here. Then still also, in the communities around me, or in there are farmers around all over Uganda, some of them had the goats, they had the nerve to start, but they didn't have the market. And Bwogi here had the market. So I would go to those guys, tell them, here I come, I don't have money, but I have the capacity to sell your goats. They would trust me with their goats. Some of those goats I would bring them here at the farm. Other goats I would supply them to other farmers. So I would sell like maybe 70%, I remain with the 30%. You get the point, eh? I make a profit on the ones I'm selling, but I would also be able to pay back the person who has given me the goats. And that is how I started. But still remember, stocking alone cannot help you multiply the numbers.
Sure.
So I also ensured that some of those practices most farmers never put into consideration, like deworming, vaccination, spraying of against parasites, all those things we do here. But you reach a farm, somebody tells you, embuzi tebazifuuyira nkwa, embuzi tebazijjamu, tebazidiwaminga. Kati owulira ne David saying you didn't know, you get it.
What happens? I have my breed based from where? From South Africa. I put it on a farm and that's all.
That is, you're going to make a total loss at your farm, because these our farming is not the farming we used to farm the way our grandparents used to farm or our parents used to farm. Originally, somebody would get their goat from wherever they have gotten it from, nakathrowing ku farm, nekatandika okuzala, and then it multiplies. You get it? But now things are different. That even the local chicken you're seeing here behind me, that without vaccinating against Newcastle, Gumboro, without deworming, they can never multiply. Times have changed, things have changed. So without all those into consideration, your numbers, whether of chicken, goats, cows, your numbers will never multiply. So you'll always be incurring mortalities on your farm. So that is what has enabled me. And also staying focused. When you stay focused, remember, your target is to accumulate numbers on the farm. And every time you have no numbers, it means you're getting a little profit. So the more numbers you have on the farm, it means that the profit is going to be bigger. So that has always been my target. That any command I get from anywhere, I always have a priority. This year or this month, I must buy at least 50 female mothers. If I've sold 100, I make sure I replace another 50. You get it? And I make sure at least if there are 50, and half of those are pregnant. That is the gist of multiplication.
Dear viewers, I know most of you are asking, of all business ventures, why did Bwogi, she's a woman, why did she go into goat farming? I've seen women in driving trucks. Why did you choose this one?
Why did I choose farming in general? Goat farming. Goat farming. I chose goat farming, like I told you earlier, when I was working for local government, I was working with people who were farmers. They were farming goats. And they were earning some good money. You get it? So I got the momentum from those guys. And also the fact that embuzi tezivola, anybody can farm goats, anybody eats goats. They had a readily stable market. Actually me, when I was starting to farm, my idea to farm goats was to export the meat. But I've not realized that because I don't have the numbers. But the idea still lingers in my mind. My idea was to export the meat, but I don't have the numbers. And even Ugandans, I don't have the numbers. Why is it that Ugandans, we enter into goat farming not with the mindset of a business person. We go into goat farming to boast to others. Nyine embuzi 10. Embuzi 10 zikoledde ekyo zirabako obulabi, what does it make to you? You get it?
I have them in numbers.
I have them in numbers. So we hoard goats as an asset. Just like somebody goes to Nansana, nagula akataka, I have my piece of land, prices bizina yambuka nkatunde. But with goat farming, somebody only sells goats when they have a problem. I want to pay school fees ngatunda embuzi 10. I want to buy a piece of land. I want to top up a piece of land. Ngatunda embuzi 5. That is not business in farming. You get it? Business is where you can readily let go of something. You can get profit out of it. You get it? No chitunda no zawe chidala. That is what business is all about. But most Ugandans, they get a lot of comfort by seeing their goats ngazibigula ngaziri ku farm zitambula. You get it? Na at the end of the day tazifunye mu sente zimu azirabako bulabi. You get it? That is not the farming where we want to be. Actually, with goat farming, omuntu wabeera ali focused. Goat farming can make someone a billionaire, by the way. Bobeera ng'oli gondi, ng'oli focused.
Viewers of this show, if you want to be a billionaire, subscribe, like, share.
Ate bagenda kulowooza tubajumisa.
This show is for you to actually move from where you are to where you want to be. If you are a millionaire today, look forward to being a billionaire.